from Yat Dragon.com. This is Ji Sifu. And again, today we're going to talk about Saam Law Sun Gung, the Chinese magic that we're teaching and doing right here. So again, just like all our other lectures, if you do not understand anything, or if you have heard of some special terminology that we're using in these lectures, and somehow you're just trying to make a sense out of my lecture here right now with the past whatever that you have heard in other places, please do not do that. You can always go to our channel on YouTube, Yat Dragon, and check out our other lectures videos. All the answers may be there already, and if you cannot find the answers or cannot find the video that you're looking for, feel free to comment below and ask the questions. So don't guess, don't try to ponder in your mind and try to make a sense of things. If you don't understand, feel free to ask and just comment below. Okay, so we'll try our best to give you the answers and guide you through. Anyway, so let's get into the fun topic today. This topic is very fun, but actually requires a lot of knowledge, background to understand. Now, these knowledge, I have already explained them in one of my video series on the Yat Dragon's channel. So check those out. It's the series of the whiteboard, the Wisdom of Chinese Magic series. Now, that series, I have already explained the meaning and the theory, the whole concept of 5 elements. So there are there are 2 sets of 5 elements. One is what we call the pre-heaven 5 element, and the other one is the post-heaven 5 element. And of course, in our lecture of 3 realms, the 天地人, 3 stages of how things happen. Now, this already explained what is pre and post heaven. So it has nothing to do with any kind of heaven or whatever, nature, things like that. Okay, the pre and post heaven is before and after things happen. So basically, watch those lectures to get a better understanding. But now I will assume that you already know. Okay, so I'll go on with today's lecture without going through these theories again. So what's the topic today? The topic today is actually quite fun. It's about decoding a hand sign that you always see with magic doings, especially with the Chinese magic, which is the sword finger, like this. Why are we using sword finger? You see people do that all the time, right? Why like this? Why not like this? Why not like this? This? Why not this? Okay, but this? How come? Okay, well, every hand sign can be decoded and explained because of the theories and concepts that we have explained before, the 5 elements. Now, both of your hands also corresponds to how you can get energies from your other bodies, the spiritual bodies, the spiritual planet and such, to put it into action. Now, the hand, you can also say that it's getting the energies from your thoughts, for intention, the spiritual energy, controlling these energy to execute a magic, to give it a map or a guideline of how to execute or use the energy. So we have 2 hands, left and right. Okay, now in our other lecture, decoding the hand sign of the middle finger, you already learned that there are the 5 elements, pre and post heaven. So let's repeat a little bit. This hand is my right hand. Right hand is the pre heaven 5 elements. 氣雲水雷火. Now the left hand is post heaven 5 element. 金水木火土. So you count from the thumb. Okay. 氣雲水雷火. This is the right hand. Now my left hand, 金水木火土. Okay, 5 elements. So basically, if you actually remembered what we talked about in the 5 elements lecture, now this is exactly why we use sword finger, like the concept that is used to explain the whole hand sign. So let me just go over that hand sign. Now, the 2 hand sign looks alike, identical almost, okay? They're like that. But the purpose and the usage of why we use the left or right hand is totally different, and that is why sometimes we use the right, sometimes we use the left. It doesn't matter if you're left or right-handed, the same concept applies. Okay, so no matter you're left or right-handed, if I say in the magic learning, when I say you draw the symbol with your right hand, it means the right hand. Okay, it doesn't mean that, oh, I'm left-handed, so now I'm going to change it doesn't work that way. Okay, so basically the whole energy pattern, the energy flowing pattern of human being is the same. No matter you're left or right-handed, it just means that you're stronger here or there, but it doesn't change the properties of your hand. So it's like now your left hand is your left hand. This is the right hand. This is right hand. Okay, so it doesn't change. Like if you're left-handed, it doesn't mean that, okay, now this is my right hand while it's my left. Okay, so it doesn't work like that. Okay, so left is left, right is right. Okay, that's how it works. Okay, so let's get into the decoding of the right sword finger. Okay, right sword finger. Now, in order to hold a sword finger correctly, you have to bend down the two finger here, and then the thumb press onto the nail part of the fourth finger like this, and keep the two fingers straight up. Okay, when you look at here, it's more like a straight line, and a bad shaped sword finger will always go crooked, and you can see a little curve right here from the knuckle, which is not right. Now stick it up and make it go straight so the knuckle don't show up. Now that is the correct sword finger. Some lousy sword finger drawing will be like this, very lousy. Okay, that is a very bad sword finger. Okay, you see the sword is all crooked up. Okay, so when we are drawing symbols onto things, okay, this is an example. For example, I have a cup of water here. Okay, I want to draw a symbol on the water. Okay, you can see a correct drawing symbol method will be like this. Now my sword finger is pointing straight. Okay, now a wrong or not so right drawing finger will be like this. Crooked finger, and then like this, like you're trying to, I don't know what you're trying to do, but it's like curled and stuff. Now that is totally wrong. Okay, it's not right. Or if you're trying to like go like that, like it's totally weird. Okay, that's not a sword. Sword is straight. Now, why does it have to be straight, and why all these fingers? Let us dig in. Okay, so the secret of the sword finger. Here we go. The thumb, hey, energies, elements, element that is like your thoughts, your intention, your energies, your cultivated magic power, the pre-heaven energies. Okay, the energies in the pre-heaven state. Now this is the thumb, is that. Okay, now this press onto the fourth finger, the top of the fourth finger, is the base, the bottom line, pressing onto the top of the fourth finger. The fourth finger, okay, Hei Wan Sui Lui. This is Lui, thunder. Thunder is not the like that thunder, okay? Thunder, it's like it means when elements are interacting, tumbling, internally working to create an action. That is thunder, to create an effect, interacting. Okay, like when you put things into a blender and press the button, things are thundering inside. You get the idea, right? When you put stuff into the dryer machine, things are thundering inside. Okay, so basically that is thunder. Now, my the theory of 天地人, or the what we call the Saam Law concept. There are always three stages of things. It always goes like that, okay? The top is just like your mind. It ponders around intention and stuff like that, and then it pushes to the center, just like your digestive system. The center is to do and work and do operating and digesting, all that kind of stuff. And then after it absorbs, okay, the exit is to the bottom, to exit. To exit, okay, this is to create stuff. Now the bottom is exit, okay, to exit out of the unit, to push things to finish or to out of there, okay. So now this is the bottom of your finger, the bottom of the thumb. The thumb, okay, is the energies, the elements, the hay, okay? Now these things are now put to the top of the forefinger, which is the thunder. Now the top, okay, it's just like the entry hole, the entry point right here, where when we human beings see things, smell things, eat things, it's always the entry at the top. Okay, so this is the entry. Now you can say this is like the master control or the processor. Okay, not processor, the control. Okay, the main headquarter right here. Okay, so you're outputting the energies to the top, which is the entry of the thunder finger. Okay. Now it means that you're putting elements and energy into a blender or a unit that will mix and blend and do stuff. Okay. Now your the last finger, pinky. Okay. This is 4, the fire finger. 4 is the point of where the action is sparked up. Okay, it's when things actually triggered to a spark to start. Okay, so now this is not open. This is closed. It means that you're not wanting anything to spark up. Okay, if I go like that, okay, now you want things to spark up with this finger pointing up. You don't want it to expose. Okay, you want to close it. Close. Okay, and bring it back to yourself. So you want to spark up yourself, your own stuff, not to open. Okay. Now with these 2 fingers sticking up, okay, these 2 fingers, hey 1 水 1 and 水 is exposed. It's open. Okay. Now 1 is to gather up to group things into one unit. Okay, to gather up, to categorize things and group them up. 水 water. Water is not real water. It means to transmit, transfer, to pass on, to inherit, that kind of vibe. Okay, it's just like put something here and then somebody will take it, or you put something here and then so something else can get it, something like that. Okay, that kind of vibe. That is 水. So basically, what we're doing is inside the system. Okay, when we're doing this, okay, this is the system. Okay, the whole system. Now, inside the system, we are thundering our internal energies while not creating an effect outside, like not creating not sparking up any kind of thing to really trigger it up outside. Okay, we're triggering up inside, not outside. Okay, and then at the same time, okay, what's going out is these thundered energies, the energies that you're trying to tumble up inside, okay? They will go through your body, the whole system, and now going out to somewhere, okay, the water, okay, somewhere. And what it's going to do while you do that is to transfer the thundered energy to here, okay, and also to gather up the energy to one, to gather up and categorize the energies, so that when we're doing this, it is actually trying to sort out the different energies in the air, okay, in the empty space, sort it out, and then group the energies that you want to have, do you want to use into this finger, and then transmit or transfer the stuff to this subject. Okay, so for example, let's talk about like science stuff. We want what nitrogen only. Okay, so I'm doing this. My mind knows I only want nitrogen. Now in this whole empty space, maybe there are some atoms here and atoms there, particles here, you know, some nitrogen stuff here and there. Okay, not very good at science, but anyway, so when you're doing this, your mind, your intention thundered up, and it will gather all these wanted categories or wanted style or type of elements to this finger. Okay, when we are executing the magic by drawing stuff, whatever, it is going to group whatever energy you wanted or intended to attract into here and pass it on to something and then transmit it to the subject. Now, this is the main use of this finger. Okay, now we just set a pattern of energy work. We didn't specifically set what energy we want to gather up, what energy we want to transmit, how to transmit, aggressively or slowly, to transmit, to chop something up, or transmit to help something, to empower it, or to transmit to stop something. It's not limited, it's not restricted. So this is just a pattern. What you're inputting, what you're gathering up, and how you're going to transmit, like the style or the property of the transmission is not set. How are these things set? Well, it's set by the magic that you're doing, the spells, the intention, the stuff in the lineage, the power source that you're drawing from. Everything will determine the result afterward. So, for example, if I am doing the sword finger and then someone else who also practices some other stuff is also doing this, we have the same energy pattern, because this is how the finger will work with the energies. Okay, so this is like something you cannot change. Every human being works like that. Okay, so we can do this, they can do this, we have the same pattern. But what we are injecting or inputting into this hand sign, and how is the action going to be done when we execute the sword finger, can be totally different because of what we're putting in and the method that we're using. The spells, the symbol that we're drawing, the mindset, whatever, everything is very different. So it really depends. But this is the secret. This is the pattern of how energy will work when you hold this hand sign. Okay, so let me give you an example. Okay, for example, we learned the word yat. Okay, one, very simple, right? We draw a line. Okay, if this is the box, we draw the line from the left side to the right side in the center of the box. Okay, this is the word one in Chinese. Okay, the word yat, like this. Okay, like that. Now, what does it mean to go like that? Okay. If you actually watch the lecture when I'm decoding the word 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in Chinese, okay, using that special grid to explain every strokes, the meaning of the strokes, you will realize that every strokes can be decoded in nature. Every movement can be decoded with the energy moving. Okay, when we do this, okay, like this, left to right. Okay. If you actually set this and this subject, then you go like that, or one subject, you go like that on top. Now this line gives a pattern of what the energy is supposed to do for this stroke when you're doing. Okay, it gives the object a pattern of how energy is supposed to be working when it's transmitted there. Okay, now the spells that we use to execute before we draw stuff, and then you draw. Okay, the spells set what action to be taken, what to do, and this set how to do. Okay, this stroke, and then after that, okay, we execute with another spell, and it execute and trigger the action to happen. That is what's happening when we're drawing symbols. Okay, the symbol that we draw with the sword finger. Okay? When we draw the sword finger, you can imagine this is like full of electricity, like that kind of power. When we draw, okay, if your sword finger is pointing straight to things, and then keep drawing, okay, straight. Now that is what we call the 神通劍指, a connect something out of your system to connect, and then to transmit your energy out of yourself to something else. Okay, this is 神通劍指, to sun your energy out of yourself to another subject. While you're doing this, okay, straight sword finger. We call this the middle or the center, the middle sword finger. The middle one is like this, okay? It's not going like that or not going like this, just going like that, okay? This is the 神通劍指. 神通劍指 is like when you're holding a torch and then you're trying to draw things with a torch, like that, or a laser pointer. You're creating things. You are creating. You're not giving out. You're not empowering. You're not trying to add stuff to whatever. You're just you're like engraving. You're doing stuff to create. To create what? To create a pattern of how energy should be executed. You're creating things. When you're doing this to draw, okay, when you're drawing, you are using your energy like a bolt, a lightning bolt sticking out, and you're trying to draw. Okay? While you're drawing a pattern or a map of how energy should fly around, should transmit around in that dimension. By doing symbols, drawing symbols, you with the proper mindset, the right mindset, okay? By drawing symbols, you are actually setting a track for the energy to flow in a way that you want it to go, and then it will perform an action for you. Okay, so that by drawing symbols. Now, symbols can be anything. It can be a circle, a dot, a triangle, a word, everything like involve lines and strokes and dots. They're symbols. Okay, so basically it can be anything. Now, another sword finger is when we are like this, all the way facing up. Now this one we call yang kim ji, yang. Okay. You can say positive, but it's not really the positive. The yang kim ji. In Mandarin, usually people get it as the yang, the yin yang. Okay, this is the yang kim ji. Now this side is to infuse and empower things. Okay, to add stuff, to plus, add stuff, to transmit, to like. The energy don't just stay here. It goes over here and then coat it or add to the subject. Now, when we flip it around like this is the yam kim ji. Yam kim ji is the negative. Okay, you can say it's negative, but it's not really negative. Okay, usually people get it as the yin side of things. Okay, the yam, the Cantonese word yam. Yam kim ji. Kim ji is sword fingers. Okay, so like this is to have the energy exit and then do things to figure up or spark up things. Now this will spark up stuff, okay, to make something to take action. Now this one is not take action. You just go there, empower. Okay, to empower means to add elements, like add resources. So we can compare this to, like say, okay, let's do a little comparison with electronic stuff, okay? Now this one is to like output your energy, the battery, okay, output, and then turn the thing on. Now this one is just to transfer the power to reserve for future use or to empower what is being done right now. Now this one is to do whatever you wanted to do right now. It's instant execute. This one is empower and infuse. Now this one is to tweak and change and give a new pattern to things. So when you see it, we are doing symbols with the sword fingers, you often see this kind of action. Let me demonstrate. Usually we put the finger here. Now I'm going to do little magic. Okay. So we say our heart spells, which is the power spells. Look at the spells to draw your power. You stomp the left foot once. Now you go like that. And then draw. See, I flipped. Draw. After you draw, put the finger like this and drink. Okay, now what did I do? First of all, you put your finger here. This is the center the creation area for drawing the energy that is suitable and the properties is suitable for creating things to execute whatever what we call a magic command, which is to execute a magic, to form something, to create something. Okay, put it here. Now we say the power spell, the Saam Zhao, the heart spells. Now this will draw power from whatever part that we are trying to draw from. Okay, so if you're learning under a lineage, you will know this already. So after we're done saying the spell, we stomp the left foot once to execute the magic, to make it happen. Okay, to make it, to bounce your intention back to your soul and your spiritual planet and make everything kickstart. Okay, to start. And then after that, you see, we go like that, and then like this. Why do we poke here? Okay, you see what sword finger this is? This is the Yang Kim Ji. Yang Kim Ji. Like this. Okay. Yang Kim Ji is for what? It's for empowering to add stuff, the positive stuff. Okay, to add, to empower, to infuse. Okay, add stuff to whatever. Okay, now by doing this, doing this, you are adding or getting the energy from this area. Now this area is your Fat Sun, the energy body, the Fat Sun, number 1 dimension. Okay, we explained that already in the 9 bodies lecture. The Fat Sun, this is the Fat Sun, and this is the heart of the energy body, which is the Fat Sun. Now by pointing here, you draw energy from your own energy body's reservoir. Okay, this is like your main storage. You draw from your own storage. Now by doing that, you are allowing your own energy, your own main energy pool right here, okay, to take control of the energy that you just draw in with the spells. If you do not do this, fine. You do not add this pool of energy. That is purely the energy from whatever you're trying to draw from. Now it will have this, like it will also work, but then you're lacking a little bit of control power or the directional power. Like when the energy is being executed, it will not be as controlled. Like the movement is not as controlled because you didn't add this energy into the action. Okay, it's missing a little bit of your own main energy, the magic power right here. So by adding this, okay, you're like adding more control power to it and make it go the way you want it to go. Okay, so after that, infuse, blow to transfer, to infuse the energy into the water. Now the energy is inside the water. Okay, while it's inside, you turn to a center sword finger, and when you're drawing, you're actually moving the energy inside this water here. You are trying to give command, just like saying you're trying to program the energy that is inside to do some kind of action while you're doing. When we are writing the symbols, usually most symbols also come with a spell. The spell is to tell or to infuse your intention and thoughts, and also what to do, what to execute. And the symbol itself gives the magic a pattern to follow, like a train track. Okay, now you can say like move left, move right, move up, and so on. And then your spell is to say move left to do whatever, move right to do whatever, move left to do whatever. See, a lot of details in there. Okay, so after you're done, you flip the sword finger like that, meaning to now execute at the rim. So when these water here goes into your mouth, because it's going past this surface, this top here, right here. Okay, now your finger force everything going out of the glass to take effect when it enters your mouth. See, So when you drink, you're drinking the stuff while it's executing. That's why you put your finger here. If you don't put your finger here, you draw and then drink, then what happens is, okay, it will not execute when you drink. But when it comes down to the heart, it will be digested. Like when you drink, okay, all the way here, now the stuff will go into your body and then start digesting and start doing work when it's inside. But when you're doing this, it's a faster trigger, like it just take effect right away. It's just like medicine, okay? Some medicine, you eat it, and then you need to wait until it's all digested, and then, you know, after a long time, then it will take effect. But this one, you want it to like really break open right away and then take effect while it's here. Oh, everywhere it's like all minty and stuff, okay? So different style of drinking this kind of water. Now that is how you use a sore finger with drawing stuff, okay, like this. Now what about the left sore finger? The left sore finger is the same kind of movement, like you do the same posture, okay? And then what happened is, because the fingers correspond to different things, this is the post-heaven 5 element, 金水木火土, okay? Your gum, right here, the gold, pressing onto fire. Gold is the concealed essence form of energy. It's like the seed of stuff. It contains all the pre-heaven elements. It's gathered up into this essence form of like one drop of energy. This drop of energy contains everything, contains like all the stuff that you need to execute, to perform an action. All these things are gold, okay? So all the gathered up stuff, okay, here. Now, the forefinger that is being pressed on, you're giving the gold to the fire. Now, what is fire? Fire is the moment or the state when a happening is triggered to take action. Okay? Like when something sparks up, then something start. Okay? That is like the point when it reach the destination and go like spark up. Okay? That is the fire. Without the fire stage, nothing can happen and progress into a final result. So you're trying to give gold, which is like give resources, give the essence resources to this stage, the fire stage, meaning that if something cannot happen or come true or spark up, you're trying to give stuff to start up the engine, to make it start, okay, to make it fire up. So you're trying to do stuff to excite something, to spark up something. It's like a fire starter, okay, like a fire starter. Now this is the Tao, which is the earth. Earth element is the stage of when things are pushing to a final result, to finish. You don't want it to finish. Close it up. Don't expose this, okay? I don't want things to finish. I want things to just spark up and not go to the finish, okay? So it's like when you're starting a car, you want to go, okay, start up. You don't want to press the accelerator button, the paddle, and like just keep going. You don't want to do that. You don't want to drive the car. You just want to start it off, okay? So this is the engine starter. Now the two finger here is水. Sui is water, to transmit and transfer, pass on, okay? And then mok is wood. Wood is to process, to get into a process, to get into an action, to process. So when we're doing this, okay, for example, the same kind of action with this, okay? You stomp, point, and then you go like that. If we're doing the same thing, okay, if we're doing the same thing. What we are doing here is you are trying to give stuff to here and then force the energy inside, to force it inside to give energy, to empower this thing inside. and then make it so that it can trigger up or excite something to do a magic that can help something to kickstart, like to start the engine, or to help something to kick it so that it can happen right away. Now this one, nothing happened yet. You're just drawing things to create things. Now this one is usually used on things that is already created. You're working with the already existing elements. In short, if you're learning under our lineage, you will know that you can decode by saying this left side, the left hand, is what we call the man kup. Now this one is called the lim jing. They correspond to the 7-star theory. The man kup is where you do internal interactions, like tweaking stuff internally, or working with the already there stuff. It's like communicating with a subject to change the subject. Now this one is lim jing. Lim jing is to give birth, like pregnancy, to cover up and then give birth to new things, to create things. So that basically sum it up. The left side, the left gimji, okay, is to pass on energy to tweak whatever is already and to help it or change the way how it's going to spark up the engine, or to spark up a happening or something to happen. The right side gimji is the lim jing. When you do this, it's usually to pass on energy to create a new thing, to create something new, to take action, okay, to make a new action. You can say it's like this, okay, with a computer. Okay? Man kup is like you're trying to work with stuff already there. Now this one is trying to install a new program or execute a new command. Now this one is just to tweak the command right there that is already inside and or maybe in workings. So it depends what you're doing. It will change. Okay, it will change the kind of effect. Now, if you actually see the video when I'm doing the check fu, empowering the fu stuff. Okay. Do I have a fu here? I don't have a fu around. Anyway, so if you're trying to check fu, you see I have clamped a pile of fu paper right here. So usually you see this. Stomp like this. Okay, this is to pass on the energy and to infuse and empower into the fu. Now, another action is I clamp it with the right finger like this. Stomp, okay, like this, and then bring it down, and then I'll go like that, like this. This is to take the energy, okay, and then you take your own heart, okay, the heart magic energy pool resource here, and then bring it down to the exit, okay, and then to the left side, and go like that and spark up the energy here. You want to bond the newly taken energy, okay, to bond it with your own, and then execute like this to trigger this thing to activate the fu, to activate and spark up the engine, to bond new energy, to spark it up, to help this fu to come alive. Now, using the right sword finger doing this, I'm just putting more and more element into this thing, but it's not alive, not born yet. Okay, so basically you can also refer this, like trying to compare this to when you're giving birth to a baby. Okay, the baby is not born yet; it's inside the mother's tummy. Okay, now using the right hand going like that, it's like trying to feed while the baby is there. Now this one is trying to give some other power or energies to the baby and trigger it so that the baby can be born with whatever methods and energies with it. Okay, so this is to empower the give birth process with the left hand. The right hand, you're giving more and more resources. Now we can also compare this with another example, like a company giving birth to a product, like they're trying to launch a product. Now using this, we are just giving more resources, like giving more money, more ideas, more whatever plans, okay, design. You're just giving more stuff to the food, okay, so that it can change the after all result of the product. Now using your left sword finger like that, okay, you are bringing things, the resources, okay, to your workers, and tell the workers to the factory to go to the factory and then do this and empower this to the final product, to empower the final product. Okay, so it's very different, but it actually does make sense if you use this product line kind of theory to analyze the way how we do the Tlikfu process. So you first have to put the capital, the money, the thoughts, ideas, and all that stuff to the food, right? Now, after all that stuff, you want to give more stuff to the workers, to give authority and power and energy to empower the workers so they can go and manage the factory guys, and now they will push it to a final and launch. We can give elements of how to launch to this thing, and now we can launch the product. So as you can see, all these sword finger work actually can be decoded and explained. Of course, in just this little mini lecture right here, it's kind of long already, but it's hard to understand because it's like a lot of information pushing into your brain at once, and you're like just trying to understand what's left, right, what 5 elements, and you're all confused. Well, it's fine. It's just that like there's a lot of information to process at once, so it's normal like that. But the more you watch the videos, and of course if you learn the stuff for real, like ordain and really start to learn, you will get it more. You will really be doing it, and while you do and learn the stuff, it will make more sense to you. So anyway, that's it for this lecture. Hope you guys like it. If you feel you want to learn for real and learn the magic stuff, you can always email us and we can guide you how to progress on and such like that. So feel free to comment below. Remember to subscribe and like and share the videos out. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.